Hi, and welcome to Carolina Varsity's 2013 look at the 3AA NCHSAA playoffs. I'm Dale Ross.
I'm the pet man, Matt Morrow.
Matt, this next game is number 6, Central Cabarrus, 11-1. You know, I just mentioned to you, when's the last time Central Cabarrus was 11-1?
Probably back in the Natron Means era, so I guess.
Been a long time since we've been talking about Central Cabarrus, being this good. And they're going to play number 3 Northern Guilford, 10-2.
And those 2 losses are forfeit losses. So
exactly.
Yeah, undefeated team here basically.
On
the field anyway.
A very good ball team. Last week, Central Cabarrus got here by defeating Asheboro 27-20, and Northern Guilford beat a rival, Eastern Guilford, 28-0. Really, I'm gonna let you start out.
Okay, with Central Cabarrus, they got the 2-headed monster with Hassan Clue and Kenny Purvis. Both of those guys have been, doing great things all season long. But if they're going to pull an upset here, I think the key is going to be their defense. Their defense is going to have to keep them in the game early. Northern Guilford, they've won, I believe, 3 titles in a row. Yeah. And they do it with defense. I was looking at some of their scores, and they most points they've given up all season long is 33 to Reedsville. Outside of that, I don't think a team has scored in double digits against those guys. I tell you, offensively, Northern Guilford, they've got a 2-to-1 run-to-pass ratio, which, I think that's pretty typical for most high schools.
Yeah.
Their main guy in the backfield, C.J. Freeman's got 13 rushing yards and 16 touchdowns on the year. Quarterback Austin Coltrane, which I've heard that name before. He's a very good player. 1,600 yards passing and 24 touchdowns. So you got a balanced team you're facing here. That's always the toughest type of team to stop because you don't know what you're going to get.
All right.
Central Cabarrus defensively has given up some points this season. So, just looking at the numbers and seeing, those type of things, Coach Kiefer is going to have a tough game on his hands here. Offensively, they're going to have to find someone other than Purvis consistently to make plays. And I think for them, the best way to do that is throw the ball with Clue. Clue is a Shrine Bowl player. And he had a couple of touchdowns last week against Asheboro. But, this Northern Guilford team is not Asheboro.
Right. No.
I think for Central, if they're going to pull the upset here, special teams are going to have to come up big and make some plays. They're going to have to find a way to generate points outside of offensively because that Northern Guilford defense is just too good. If they can get a play on special teams, maybe get a turnover on defense, and they get maybe 10 points offensively, that may be enough to get them over the hump in a close game. But I don't know. I think for Northern Guilford, they got to be able to limit Kenny Purvis's ability to play in space because they'll throw him the ball, and of course, obviously, he'll run the ball. I think you got to make Hassan Clue beat you with his arm all night long. And Northern Guilford, obviously being the championship team they take away what you do best first, and they try to make you go to secondary things that you don't want to do. So if you're Central, I think you gotta really work on that passing game and find something in that Northern Guilford defense you can exploit. Maybe if you motion Purvis out to the slot against a linebacker and get a matchup like that, or you find one of your receivers up against one of their corners and maybe run some. I can't tell you what Northern Guilford runs on defense, but they'll be that dominating. They've obviously got some special athletes on that side of the ball and a really good scheme. So. Coach Kiefer's a heck of a coach from Tuscola, and he's turned this program around pretty fast, but he's going to have to do his best coaching job if they want to pull the upset here. And he even said it in the paper. He said, we can't go up there being scared and in awe of them. We've got to go up there and let everything hang out and see what happens and give it our best shot. So I'll tell you, Coach Kiefer team's going to be ready to go, but they got a heck of a challenge up in front of them this week.
Well, I haven't seen Northern Guilford this year, but I did watch them in that dominating state championship game last year against Charlotte Catholic, where They just ran all over Catholic, and this team appears to be a very similarly built team.
Right.
I think, like you, Central Cabarrus is going to have to play their best ball game to have a shot at this and go to 12-1 and move on into the third round, which again would be something we hadn't seen from Central Cabarrus. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look.
Yeah.
We have to look that one up to see when's the last time they've been that far. Good, potential of a good ball game on paper, it looks like, but I do believe Central Cabarrus will. My thoughts, like yours, are they're going to have to play their best ball game to have a shot to move on. You guys enjoy the ball game.
To rock around, that's right, on time is tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time is tricky. I met this little girlie, her hair was kinda curly. Went to her house and bust her out, I had to leave.